got late game scaling with the Azir. It's got a lot of great parts here. And you look at the other side, and you're like, okay, there's not as much late game damage. The problem is that jumping around, he's level 3 though, and that's a Camille.
The problem is that with a Galio, he can always just be there. I feel like it's a bit of a cheat code here for Nongshim. And like when Lehens hits level 6, Stand United
so fast on the rotation. You know, no punish there on the bottom side. Now,
oh god, Lehens. Kellen is going to be able to sweep him. So there we go, but Lehens once more. There's the Shadow Dash flash! And they all pile on top of Raptor. He's taken down Diablo. Gonna have to cleanse as Kingen says, you're not taking part in this fight.
Azir is great late game. Well, not if he's dead, and I am concerned he will not be alive.
Well, here's a Stand United, ladies and gentlemen. This is what this composition does. It CCs you and kills you.
Yeah.
And you can't do anything about it.
And that's the thing about the Jax. You're like, oh, I'm in a side lane, I win. And we do see BNK are going to take this dragon, so it's a win for them. Teleport does come over to the top side as we see clear return.
Man, I mentioned it, and it appeared.
You willed it.
The Chemtech Soul. We're going to have a look at this one more time. Let's see how much gameplay Clear is allowed to do.
Let's see how much gameplay Lehens does.
Yep.
Press R.
Well, that was the knockup, and he came down, and then, yeah, and pressed. He pressed E.
As a niche pick, right? When Lehens picks it as a niche pick. And it's just the fact that Nongshim is playing to his strengths finally here. It's at the end of the group battle stage, but I feel like they didn't do index into this as hard as they are today. It's great to see. Like, it's exciting.
Well, Stand United now going to be invested, and Clear was like, I was enjoying the 1v1. And Shadow Dash doesn't actually connect. Another Empower would have killed Kingen. Not quite executed correctly there on the side of Nongshim. Still, with the Stand United, Kingen's going to survive. No harm, no foul.
It's a win for BNK because they got Lehens' ultimate.
They did.
And that is, you know, where the good news stops.
Ooh, that was a nice Emperor's Divide there from Vikla. Now the Sand Soldier's getting some work done, of course. Fisher is able to take magic damage quite comfortably, so isn't going to die just yet, but with some assistance could be a problem. Justice Punch going to be blocked, as at least has a small taunt
defensive members of BNK down there to stop that from happening. Teleport will not be cancelled, but it doesn't save the turret either.
No, it doesn't. And in fact, there's a new turret, and it's not the one of Fisher's. So a very confusing little array of plays as the Gargoyle is sort of thrown around like a ragdoll, but is going to survive because he does have a lot of health. But otherwise, still going to lose the turret, lose that feat of strength, as well as BNK are able to lock that one down. But one kill and one objective, and Nongshim have the sandals.
Yeah, so it's a big win here for BNK. This is a really cool setup here, though, because they're going to crash this into mid turret. Clear is threatening topside. Yes, they lost the bottom turret, but you can see Vikla has teleport. He's actually defending the bottom turret there. This is a really good map play here for BNK, and they lose a dragon for this, but I don't think they care.
Well, that is going to be the taunt coming down. Clear should be able to get rid of this turret, but it takes so long. Clear will be taken down there in the Thunderdome now. Justice Punch is served to Raptor, but he is going to be able to make it out with the Vault Breaker. Vikla with a defensive ultimate, but Lehens just Shadow Dashes him, and no Sun Disc is going to protect you from that. As Nongshim, they can always collapse like this, and I feel like BNK were playing around this Stand United cooldown to pick up the feats of strength as well, as Atakan is going to be on the top side of the map, as he does appear. I assume it's Voracious. As Lehens, I mean, all good things must come to an end, right? And so he will be taken down. Not quite sure what he was really doing there, as Diablo's going to be able to take down this turret.
That's a lot of gold.
He's going to spot what's going on around this Atakan. Spots that there is a control ward there. As once again, they're diving on top of Lehens, but this time he's got Gideon there, and now the rest of the teammates turn up. Teleport coming forward. Fisher Justice punches his way out. They get a teleport out of BNK.
Towards the top side of the map.
Vikla. Oh, Vikla is in so much trouble. Fisher is going to spot him out, but the teleport, that's going to scoot him out of there.
But that gives a huge amount of prio for Atakan right now. BNK need to rotate fast. Clear does not have teleport. This is a huge problem.
Well, yeah, and Vikla definitely doesn't have teleport because he just used it to get out of the way of right here where he wants to be. As now Kingen looking for an opportunity. Stand United comes down. Emperor's Divide does absolutely nothing. And down goes Raptor. Kellen, not sure what he's doing as I look back towards the rest of the fight. Hookshot, not going to get Vikla, but now he's out of the fight as well. Clear, standing in amongst it, but none of his friends are around. And Nongshim just going one after the other. And Clear survives for way longer than he would like to, but now two of the damage dealers are up, but no one else.
I mean, Vikla he alone would have to rip through these health bars here if they're going to contest, and they just simply opt out. Even though everyone's super low on the side of Nongshim, Lehens is going to take some damage here. They're going to have to juggle the aggro. Meanwhile, you see Vikla pushing into that inner. They're going to try to take down this dragon, but the Otacon is way more important here. Vikla whiffing that ultimate is so massive. I think if he had saved it there and had at least hit Lehens, but like if he had actually gotten a high value setup there, maybe they could have actually stopped that objective. But man, I was talking about how they had such good tempo, and they threw it all away. I mean, Vikla having to teleport to escape here just guarantees Otacon goes over. And yeah, this is kind of a disaster. Kingen has the shield, the ult here does go on alone, and you know, he could have, a lot of teams would have actually just gone over there and tried to stop them, but he was like, it's too risky. We're just going to get the sitting on a sun disc, and this is once again Nongshim starting this up with vision control, and someone's going to have to go in. Someone's going to have to face check. And, I mean, you have no information to set up a combo. Kellen has to be the guy.
Well, they do have information on where Kingen is, but Kellen is still likely to die. Gets the Magnet Storm off, as now Gideon with that Crescent Guard trying to keep himself safe. Heroic Entrance going to bring Fisher over there. The Winds of War as well, as Clear's going to go down. There's a beautiful taunt. Yeah, Misfortune can't play the game. That was never going to be a thing. Raptor trying to flash, but it's a triple for Jiwoo, and he's even going to let the Vi live, because Nongshim just want to take apart the base of BNK, or maybe they changed their minds. They want a purple buff. They can take anything.
Well,
the world's their oyster.
The fall was very late, and then obviously with all of the tools that Nongshim had that we've been talking about all game long, they just crushed the fight.
And they've got a million buttons that can CC all of the carries.
Well,
and power play sitting at close to 1600, but that is only going to extend as Kingen looks to take down his first inner turret on this top side. Kellen once again out of position, and no way that you can be walking around trying to get vision at this stage of the game.
And for the BNK FEARX, this is great news. You know, I mean, they're looking at potentially just getting into play-ins here off of Nongshim's victory, and you know, they earned that win that they got, and that's the difference maker. And on the other side, BNK, they're in control of their destiny, but really struggling here in this series. A must-win for them. It's not over till it's over, but it is looking pretty over at this point, Atlas.
It's pretty dire. Nongshim as well, I think that if you're this roster with these players, you want to be higher in the standings. You don't want to be one of the teams that is struggling in the bottom 5. Oh my god! Diablo just explodes! Emperor's Divide does manage to get some damage back, but look at this! Nongshim say thanks for the engage angle and just obliterate them! I mean, the wallets were heavy, but I didn't know that their knees were this weak and their palms were this sweaty, Wolf.
Yeah. Kingen, I think he's in danger, but not, maybe I'm wrong, because he's Camille.
Yeah, well, Kingen is just going to give him a thumbs up. Fisher is going to knock them all up. He goes golden as well, just to show how cool he is, and then he dies. That is going to be Raptor, at least keeping him honest. But in the meantime, as you can see, Nongshim are winning the game. Gideon, Wind becomes Lightning, but Nexus becomes Exploded, and Nongshim are going to pick up the 2-0 over BNK FEARX. What an incredible